yeah, so I was saying the online, I put the agenda, it's on our website, and it is under about, and there's like meeting files and stuff. It's under meeting files. And then we have financial documents too, and those are under financial documents. I put those up really quickly today just so we have a place to store those. So I'll make that look better and be easier to find for other people, probably like with a calendar or something later. But for now, if you guys want to follow along and look at a meeting agenda, that's where that is. Also, I'll try to next time get Alyssa the links to the agendas on our website too, so she can add all of that into the blurb in paw prints. So we're learning as we go along, like everything else. So I'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. Time we have here 7:04. I'm taking notes down here, so excuse me. So this is our first meeting of the new school year. Hi everyone, I'm Michaela Burns. I'm your PTO president. We have Tahia. She is currently our member at large. Since we have a good number of people here tonight, we can actually do a vote here. Tahia is graciously asked to be our recording secretary, and I said yes, but we need to vote on that. So we can actually do that now. If everyone wants to unmute, I would like to nominate. I don't know if we nominate you. We don't really nominate you. It's like you want to do the job. So Alyssa can tell me the words.
I'm going to agree that I can do this job, I guess.
Literally right now our board consists of Tahia and I that are not part of the faculty. So unless anyone disagrees, you can voice your.
You object to me taking the meeting notes.
Right. Unless you want to do it, somebody else wants to really take the meeting notes, then you can do it maybe. We'll have a fight off for it, but otherwise he is now going to be our recording secretary. So we will have meeting minutes, hopefully, going forward. And they will be on the website as well with the agendas. Our agenda kind of follows along a meeting minutes sort of thing. That's how we have it set up. So hopefully we can use one or the other, or they're both really similar. So we should be able to do that pretty easily. Our other, I don't have anyone waiting here. Our other two board members right now are Krista Nauman. She's the school nurse Krista, and Ms. Sibring, who is the school counselor. There are two staff liaisons, and they help us to get in contact with the school. So that's our board currently, for anyone that doesn't quite know that. We're working, we would like help. We need a treasurer, we need a communications person, and we need, well, and then we need, what else? Now a member at large, because now we're short one of those. But we're doing some rebuilding right now. So we're kind of holding off on putting the feelers out for those until we get some groundwork set for those things. So we will be reaching out to more people to see if there's more help out there for us when we're in a little bit better of a spot. So currently, let's see, I have my notes on here. There's Ms. S. I was just talking about you. Did you hear us talking about you? Oh, oh, I didn't even see you there. Yep, there you are. I can't read. So general information, we'll just go through the agenda here, which you probably don't have unless you popped online to get that. But our treasury report, basically we have bought some organizational and other things for our business. PTO is a 501c3 nonprofit. Currently, we have been in the past storing all of our things at the school. Due to COVID, getting in and out of the school is a little bit harder to let people in. I got to keep an eye on that. So focus here. It's a little bit harder to get in and out of the school.
Michaela, if you want to make me a joint person, I can let people in then so you don't have to watch.
I definitely know how to do that.
I don't, but I know it's possible.
I know it is too. Now, reactions, participants. See, I know I can do it when I set it up. So you know what? Next time I set up the meeting, I'll do it that way so I know. I also just lost the side of my thing where the people were popping up. So I told you guys I am not clearly not a pro at this. Show meeting controls. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, all right. Well, I lost where everyone was on this side. Thanks, Alyssa. In my
I can see it though on mine. So
okay. Wonder if it'll pop up somewhere. Sorry, guys. I'll get better at it. I promise. Because I'm usually pretty good with technology, so I feel like I got it. Oh, there we go. They just pop up. That's actually probably better that they pop up, so now I can see them. Okay. So what I was saying is that we have in the past stored all of our PTO belongings in the school. So like our extra t-shirts, any of the stuff from our events that we've had, things like that. It's really hard to get in and out of the school now, rightly so. So instead of trying to figure out how to get in and out of the school, I have brought this stuff to our house, to my house. Part of the reason that we need some organization though is that nothing has been really organized. There was nothing. So what I want, my intention is to have everything organized. If somebody were to have to take over tomorrow, I have these bins, this stuff, and I can hand it off instead of getting piles of things, which I have right now and I'm kind of going through. So that's our stuff, that's our records, paper records, that's a lot of things that we have. So we had a lot of organizational sort of needs. So we've purchased some organizational things, and I think our total is, again, this is all online for our August Treasury report, and then we spent about $1,900. That also includes a Zoom upgrade and laminator supplies for the school, which we found out that we provide for the school. So, which really isn't too bad. Our year over year spending, we are way down, like way down. We spent like 95% less or something like that. So I think this is a good thing to get us our groundwork. So we have been purchasing some things for organization. One of the things that we did just come up with like yesterday or the day before, Tahia and I, we realized that there was a need for, I was printing envelopes for our school. So there's been a, when we gather money, the money always getting to the right spot. So I was printing some envelopes so everyone knows exactly what to write on them. And we realized that it'd be really good if the teachers had this, and wouldn't it be really good if the teachers had like all of the PTO information they need sort of in their hands. So we decided that we should make some binders for the teachers. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some of those in the binders. We're gonna give them some of the stuff that doesn't exist yet, but stuff that we wanted to make anyway though, but just sort of a flow of how things work, or hey, you need something from the PTO, this is how you go about asking for it. That way there's like no question, they don't have to email someone and wait for an answer, and they don't have to, it's a little bit more, it's easier for them and it's easier for us. We're not re-answering the same questions thousands of times, and they have it in their room where they need it. The same thing for some of the kickbacks, so the Coke rewards, and some box tops still have cutout things. We just purchased a few things to contain those as well. So all the teachers will have the same thing. It's not like they have to find a bag, they have to find this. We will provide it for them. It'll always be the same for each teacher going forward, just to make things really easy. So that's really what we have been spending money on. We did also buy some spirit wear t-shirts, which are available now on our website. And we are in the process of ordering shirts for the teachers. We got a really good deal. This new printer that we tried out has shirts. They were $5 each, which is a pretty good deal for a lightweight blend. So we're gonna get the teachers t-shirts this year as their teacher gift. And I think that's the end of the planned spending that we have thus far. So the teachers, yep. So also the biggest thing I think for this year is that we are going to try to get people to our website. It's too hard to try to get things out to people. So like flyers and cards and things like that, especially now, not a lot of people are in the school. It's really hard. So the same thing with the teachers, that we're going to make binders for them so they know how things work. The website's sort of going to be that for the parents. So you need to know something about the PTO, go to the website. It should all be there. If it's not there, there's probably a space for it and it just hasn't been updated yet. Or if there's something that needs add-in, people can always email us. There are links through the website, or Cornerstone Academy PTO at gmail.com works. I just realized I'm not recording this, which I meant to record. Oh no, I think I am. Never mind. Because we want to put the videos online as well for people to check out later if they weren't able to come to our live session. So our website will be kind of where we go, like send everyone to. Any other information we have will usually be sent out through the school social media or paw prints, which Alyssa sends out. I work with Alyssa to get those things out to you guys. Again, I'm also doing the communications, which is what I was doing before. So wearing many hats around here. So I'm trying to get all of those things out in a timely manner so you have time to think about them and like know about them so they don't just pop up on you. And Alyssa usually tells me when, like, hey, wasn't there a thing out there? So I think we make a good team together with that. We do have, working with Nurse Krista, our new t-shirt printer. So somehow in our printing process the first time, the t-shirt printer printed our shirts the wrong color. Instead of a navy, they made it like a turquoise color, which is awesome, looks really great, but wasn't the right color that we had asked for. So they let us keep those shirts because they can't do anything with a bunch of Cornerstone shirts. So I talked to Nurse Krista and we are thinking about trying to sell those shirts. Nurse Krista has been trying to raise money for an AED for the school in case of any kind of cardiac incidents. And she's been trying to raise money for the last at least year. And I think that we can help her with that. All we need to do is get school approval that those could be worn in the school as part of their uniforms. But that's another thing sort of on the agenda for us to do, trying to help Nurse Krista there. We did have a question about this from a teacher, dress down day. We are still planning on doing dress down days. I've held off. Everything's a little bit slower this year because we don't really want to, sorry, I'm admitting someone here. We don't really want to overwhelm parents more than they already are. I am also a parent. I have 2 children, 1 in kindergarten. I think I need a special award for that. Because online kindergarten is something in itself. So everything's a little bit slower coming around this year, but we are planning on doing dress down days. One thing that we need to wait on, and I've scheduled a meeting with the teachers next week to get some of their feedback, but we want to figure out how is the best to collect money for dress down days. Because when your kids go to school and pay for the dress down, they give the teachers the money, then we have to get it somehow Again, previous years, it wasn't too big of a deal. Someone just stopped by. I'm pretty close to the school. I can stop by and get those things. But again, with COVID, we want to make sure that we're doing everything that we can as safely as we can. My kids are at home. I don't really want to be in the school, but we need to get that money situated. So I want to talk to the teachers and see what works best for them and what is easiest for them versus what I think is. So I don't want to tell them, hey, we'll walk it to the office if that's not feasible for what they're doing. So that's the only reason we haven't had anything for dress down days yet going forward. We also have them planned in advance, so we've already missed 2. So asking people to pay ahead, it's usually $20 for the year because we do 20 dress down days. So I didn't want to put anything out until I realized how many we were going to have, because you don't have to pay for the extra 2 or 3. It would be nice if you would like to, because that's just money that goes to the PTO. But I was trying to look out for parents there. So once we talk to the teachers and we figure out what that process is going to be, then information will come out about dress down days and we'll have that all figured out. So I do know that was a question that some teachers did have. One big thing that we are setting up right now is for the move-a-thon. We have paused all of our events going forward in the year. Not sure when we will, our live events, I should say, not sure when we'll like sort of pick those back up. Might not be till next year. So the move-a-thon was something that we thought about actually in the spring of this year. I thought it would be a really interesting idea to take it virtual, not just virtual, but like, so we could collect money virtually, so we don't have to send kids in with checks or send kids in with money or anything like that. It's really easy. You log in, you can send it to grandma, grandpa, people can donate. A few things that make that easier. The move-a-thon, it will be based on movement. So we'll say, all right, we want everyone to move 10 minutes per day for the first week. In the second week, we want you to do something else. I don't have that kind of thing all figured out, but it'll be something fun like that for the kids. The website we're going to use is really robust and has so many tools. So like kids can post their own videos that only like their parents and people they send their links can see. Schools can make their own videos. Classrooms can make their own videos, and they all sort of compete against each other. And it just seems like a really, really fun way to do this. Having to do it all online, which is fine. I think it actually makes it easier. And then also figuring out what the rewards are, because we want to give people rewards. And the reason we want to do the move-a-thon, even keep it in the first place, is for our cash flow. In the past, we've had a hard time with cash flow because some of our biggest fundraisers didn't make a lot of cash, or like our book fair, which usually does really well, isn't a cash-based fundraiser. We get scholastic dollars that we use for other things. So having the cash flow is good, because there are a number of things we currently do and some things that we would really like to do that we're not currently able to do with the cash flow that we have. So we would love to be able to do things like help the school more for things that are going on now. Like, we don't know what we could do to help, but if we had extra money sort of in the bank to help, what could we do to help? What could we do to help parents? Would it be buying another cart of Chromebooks? Would that help the school? Would it be teachers pay teachers for, the teachers to use? I know a lot of them are using those kind of resources for their online stuff. We'd love to be able to do those things, but unfortunately, we pretty much have about $8,000 a year going to the teachers for field trips and different things like that. Currently, the way that we fund that is we kind of get ourselves in debt for that. So if we don't have the money saved, or we don't have any money from the previous year, we kind of go, the teachers book the field trips, and then we hope by time that the invoices get to us to pay from them that we've made the money, and it's worked. We haven't, to my knowledge, we haven't had anything where we weren't able to pay for it. but I would really, it would make me feel a lot better for now and for future PTOs to have a base, a little bit bigger of a base to start with at the beginning of the year. So we're not forcing all of the PTO to spend all of the money, and to have a little cushion, I guess. So I would love for this to be sort of a big fundraiser where we could say, we know that we're going to be able to afford the field trips and everything for next year. We're going to be able to help the specials, which we usually give them money to. For art and music and gym. Added to that this year, we would love to help Nurse Krista and Miss S, the two health professionals, because their funding they could use Band-Aids. Nurse Krista can always use Band-Aids and feminine products and things like that. She goes through her money that she gets for the year pretty quickly and then ends up buying a lot of those on her own. So Miss S says tissues for her. So things like that that they shouldn't have to buy out of their pockets. So we want to add them to that list of people to get money. And just being able to have events too, when we can have events again, that they don't have to be fundraisers, but if they're not a fundraiser, then we have to have the money to pay for those. And in the past, that's kind of what's happened with our glow parties and other things. Didn't really make money. We spent money on them, which is fine. We like to throw a party. We like to make people happy. We want there to be a community, but we have to do it fiscally responsibly, I think. So I would love to get this move-a-thon set up, because I think it'll be super easy. It'll be fun. I will put on my turquoise roller skates I just got, if that's what it takes, and my Bob Ross socks. Make silly videos, like whatever it is, to like kind of make this fun. We can do it. And I was doing a little bit of note taking earlier, and it's really, if we get half of the kids to participate and half of the kids raise, I want to say it was like $20. If half the kids raise $25, we've hit almost $10,000, and that's with a percentage going to the website. They take a small percentage to pay for their back-end costs. You can actually donate a little bit more, and we can take that off. They'll say, hey, do you want to donate 10% more to help your cause or whatever? So that would, if it was $25 a student, really isn't much if you can spread it on the internet, and that's like 5 people giving $5. So you have 2 sets of grandmas and grandpas, or I know that's not every typical family, but you know what I'm saying, if it's half the people. So I really think that it could be an easy fundraiser. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to wait for your candles to come in and come pick them up. And it's easier for us. It's easier for the parents. So that's something that we're really looking into, and making this like the one big thing we do. Like, we're not going to ask you every 2 months to donate a bunch of money. We might ask here and there. We have a couple other kind of fundraisers coming, but you know, this will be our big one where we have all these big goals. And then if we have bigger goals and we can make more money, then we can talk to the school about their needs beyond these other kinds of things, like the busing and all of the other things that we do to help support the school financially. So the move-a-thon is, I'm pretty excited about it. So hopefully that works out. I'm setting up the website as we speak. I'm trying to get back to my notes here too, sorry. Setting the website up as we speak. I got all the teachers in right now. Then I was just going over some of the rewards and the money stuff. So there's a little bit of setup in that. But I think once it's set up, it will be like really, really fun. So that's like one of the really big things coming up. Yeah, and then other than that, our communications will be on here every month. I don't have the calendar set up on our website yet, but I will get the calendar set up. So all of our meetings are set up on there. And last year I had it so it was you could use it on Google Calendar or your Apple devices. So I'll put all of our meetings, I'll put all of the dress down days, and anything else like events or things like that that we need. I'll try to keep that updated on there as well. So it's not like you have to see all of the Thanks. Oh, Krista must have heard that we were talking about her, so she wanted to come join us. Hi, Nurse Krista. Anyway, so yeah, that's where our, but then we will still have our communications with Miss Lewis, who will send out all of our social media and our weekly stuff too. So if you need information, Cornerstone Academy PTO.com or yourcapto.com, which is just faster and easier. It's the same, it redirects to the same website. I started doing that because when I type Cornerstone Academy, it gives me the regular school's website first pops up. So I didn't want to, I'm lazy and didn't want to do that. So either way, goes to the same place. Social media through the school, we will get those that way. And I think that's really how we're going to get all of our communications out. And hopefully we can get them out quickly and they're easy to find and they have all the information you need. If not, anyone is welcome to email Cornerstone Academy PTO@gmail.com. I will answer the emails. And if you have any questions or concerns about the PTO, you want to join us, you want to know how you can help. We've had a lot of people express interest on our website. We haven't forgotten about you. I just set something up on the website that would pop an email back to you, but I didn't do so well with it. But anyone that signed up that said that they wanted news from us, we don't know what that's going to be yet, but we have your names. So if you've already signed up, you don't have to worry about signing up again. But if you want more information, you can either email us or find one of the links on the website and sign up, and we'd be happy to let you know once we're more able to help with those kinds of things. But yeah, those are the things that we have. Again, you can check out the website for this agenda and also the treasury reports. We're trying to be a little bit more transparent this year, so you don't have to search for those. Those are on the website. You can see how we're spending your money to help the school. So really, we're just trying to set a foundation here for good things going forward. So we want to be really intentional about our spending, work harder, not smarter, and but still try to, you know, have some fun stuff going on. And if we can't do it this school year, next school year, hopefully we'll be able to have those fun events and the other things that we do a lot. And maybe as we go on, we'll figure out ways to do some more of that stuff virtually. But until things kind of settle down and everyone can breathe, I know the online learning is still like a lot, and I think we just need some time to kind of ease into that. So until then, though, we'll just assume everything's going to be virtual. And if we decide something might be in person, then we will absolutely let you know in enough time too, for things like that. So, and hopefully we'll get our schedule too of events on the website as well. So I've added a lot of things to the website. There's a lot more that need to be added, but hopefully if you go there, you can find some of the stuff you need. And definitely buy t-shirts, because even if you're not in school, they're very soft and comfortable, and they're in my basement right now in a lot of bins. So I'd love for you to buy some. Does anyone have any questions? Can open the floor to some questions, or? I really kind of feel like I'm just talking to myself because everyone's muted and there's no videos.
I don't have questions. Oh, there's a question.
Oh yeah, you guys are chatting. I'm gonna see. Oh, there. I got my sidebar back there. Okay. Tissues. Okay. Yes, Jessica. Okay, so Ms. Chopin, who is one of our administrative administrative assistants, sorry. She wanted to know, we had parents want to buy shirts. They can still buy them on our website. They can buy them, and if they buy the shirts, which are there's a gray and a navy kids shirt, They're the new ones on the website. Anything on the website can be delivered to the school, or we can send it out to you, whichever you prefer. I am like literally across the street from the annex, and I'm like about 7 minutes away from the main campus. So I will just package up the shirts, take them to the school, and they can go home with the children. So right now there's somebody ordered some, and their kids are only on the, they're on the mixed schedule or whatever. So they're only there Monday and Tuesday. So I'm going to take those on Monday morning. And we still need to work with the administration to see how we're going to, who's going to get those to the classrooms, but they'll get to the classrooms. Otherwise they can be, they'll just be mailed in the regular mail. We do have some stuff that's print on demand. So those on the website are marked. These items must ship. And what that means is they're coming from another company. They're not printed yet, but they can do some cool things. Like there's a hat. I ordered a winter hat that is embroidered. There's some long sleeve shirts right now that you can get printed. So, and pretty decent quality. I ordered one of those too, just to check it out. Those need to ship to home though. But if they do want to buy shirts, they can absolutely buy on the website. And Jessica, I was thinking about ways that if they wanted to buy them from the school, if we could do that somehow too. So I'm still thinking about that. So if that's something you guys want the ability to do, let me know and I will think about how to make that work. But yes, send everyone to the website. Go buy some shirts. Buy some for yourself. There's some adult sizes. I didn't get a lot because, you know, they were mostly for the kids, but drink your Coke, keep your caps for us. We're going to make a lot of money, mostly from me on the caps, but Amazon Smile too. If you shop at Amazon, sign up for Amazon Smile through us. We have a lot of kickback programs too that, again, we'll have more communications about. But we have a lot of things to tell people about. And again, I guess we're not in a big hurry. I'd love everyone to know about it right away, but people are overwhelmed. So we're just baby steps. Yes, if you save the Coke tops, you can get money for the school. And that's one of the things that I'm collecting. I got the teachers some bags, and we're going to have, I'm thinking about collecting them when we collect dress down money, or just every Friday going in and collecting all of the tops. So I'm going to talk with the teachers, but send in the Coke tops and we'll figure it out from there. You can put them in yourself as well. So if you go onto the Coke website, you can choose Cornerstone Academy as your charity. Anyone that wants to do that is also more than welcome to do that, but I'm trying to make it like super easy. So if you don't even want to bother with that, take the lids off, toss them in, and we'll eventually get them all in the system there. Yes, Miss S. You want to mention the playground?
Yes, sorry.
Well, I forgot, and I wrote that in my notes, and I totally forgot. Go ahead.
I turned my video off, and now it won't turn back on, so I apologize, everyone. But something new and exciting that we hope to be bringing to Cornerstone in the very near future is in the form of playground paint stencils. So if you think of those playgrounds that you have maybe visited in the past that have really big painted markings, and those markings can be for different games or activities, different little obstacle courses. But that is something that we're very excited to be in the process of bringing to Cornerstone. So we're really looking at designs. This week, teachers have sent back their feedback in terms of the types of stencils and patterns and designs they'd like to see for the students. And we have also reached out to a couple different companies, one of which responded in no time, truly moments later, and they are able to ship pronto. So we're in a good position for that. But a big desire and a big push for that came from conversations with teachers, expressing their concerns with, sorry if you can hear extra noise in the back, it's my puppy. He thinks he's in this meeting too. But teachers were expressing their concerns with me that, out on the playground where the kids can no longer have access to the actual equipment, no shared like recreation supplies, so balls and jump ropes and the playground equipment. I mean, the kids have really been resorted to running around, which they do just fine. But in terms of keeping up with social distancing practices, but also providing our students with, the appropriate types of physical and social breaks that they need throughout the day, it came down to the great option of including stencils. And so there will be a couple different patterns to meet the needs of the wide range of ages and developmental stages of our students. Everything from hopscotch to a kind of like a Simon Says print, and it's called Mirror Me. There is something that I was very familiar with growing up, the outline of the United States. And so it was just a really fun game, and it was educational at the same time. So there will definitely be a mix of both, fun and games, and also those types of activities that encourage brain growth and learning and continuing to develop and be the great kids that they are. So we are very excited.
Yes, and when we met last week, one of the things you can see on the website when I was talking about the Treasury report is that we have a $3,000 restricted playground fund, and that's sort of left over from a few years ago when they were fundraising specifically to upgrade the playground, which they did. We bought some used equipment, brought it in. But what happened was they had to move the mods in, and they had to move the mods on the playground. So the playground committee, they had big goals. They really wanted to make a really great playground. But once the mods moved in, everyone kind of went, well. So we had this $3,000 sitting in as a restricted fund, which means we can't use it, because when we collected the money, we said, hey, we're going to use this for playground stuff. And so when Miss S asked about that the other day, I thought that was a great use of this kind of leftover money that we have that we don't really need to sit there. Honestly, I would love to rethink the playground and come back to that. But I don't think this $3,000 is gonna. Playgrounds are like $60,000 to $100,000 for these really big, really great ones. So this $3,000, there's no better way to spend the money that we have right now, I think, than to help those things on the ground. And if you've ever seen a kid out there in the playground, without being able to play, after it's wet or something like that, it's really like a free-for-all. So I think that the stencils will be really, really awesome thing that we can have
One other thing that I'll just add real quick that kind of influenced this this push to go ahead and order some stencils was that the presence of being hyper vigilant for our teachers when they're out at recess, because they care for our students, because they want them and need them to continue to be safe and healthy. They were becoming exhausted so quickly because of that hypervigilance and watching so closely to make sure that distance was had between the kids, but still having fun at the same time. So it really is a move that we hope will benefit more than just the students, but rather the larger school community.
right. And it's so easy. It's like
Yes.
there's a blacktop, and
Yeah.
need some paint. So it's really in some stencils. So, and the stencils can be reused. So it's not like we buy them and we use them once and they're done. We buy them, we use them. We can use them over and over again if we need to. So, and not just at Cornerstone, we could allow some of our other Excel schools to use them as well. So I think that that's a great way for us to make a big impact with not too much financially. So I think that would be really great.
I sent the flyer in the flyer that I shared with our staff in the chat, but just know that another announcement, if you will come for families and parents, and because you all are definitely and of course part of our school community as well. So we want you to be involved.
Awesome. That's super great. So look forward to seeing what the designs are too. That's going to be really fun. All the donations needed and ways to help on the website. Yes. So we actually have on our website on the main page, if you do not feel like taking part in the move-a-thon or in the book fair or anything like that, and you say, please just take my $50 for the year and leave me alone, we got you covered. There's a link on the front page. It says donate. If you click on that, it takes you to our PayPal site. It's legit, I promise. It looks a little weird because you just click on it and you're like, oh, hey, I'm at PayPal. It's really us, and you can just donate that way. If you want to do that. If you don't want to do that and you want to see the other ways, on our website, one of the main links is called Support Us. And if you click on Support Us, that will take you to the page, and it'll show you all the different ways that you, maybe if you don't have the money to just give to the PTO, different ways that you can help. So Amazon Smile, setting up Amazon Smile, box tops for education, those are now mostly digital. So you just take your receipt from the grocery store, you do the box tops app, you scan it, they see what is box tops approved, and then it just goes to us. There's no cutting, there's none of that anymore. There are a few items that I think still you clip the box tops, we'll take those too, and we'll figure out how to send those in and do all of that too. So you don't have to do any of that. You just bring those in with the Coke Rewards, which is the other one. Coke Rewards, bring those in and you can do that. And I realized I don't have Coke Rewards on the website, which is a shame because I love Coke a lot. The other two really, really easy ways to get money for us, and I know Kroger is a big one. Kroger and Giant Eagle both have different community programs. So Kroger is Community Rewards and Giant Eagle is Apples for Education, I think is what it's called. Both of those, our website, click on them. They link to the website so you can set up your card. I can't get the pop out. I don't know how to mute everyone because I don't have the controls up here and I lost some of the controls, so thank you. But if you want to click on the Giant Eagle or on the Kroger thing, that will take you directly to the link. You just link up your Kroger card, your Giant Eagle card, and every time you shop, it just gives us a percentage. I don't know how it happens. It's sort of magic. They send us a check every quarter or every half or something like that. Easy peasy. So those are easy ways to help, that if you don't have extra money laying around or you can't help that way, to do those sorts of things. And the volunteer opportunities will come once we sort of understand what our needs are more. Right now, it's not going to be bodies on the ground. It's going to be sort of digital in this sort of space volunteering. So we're just going to have to see what the volunteering sort of looks like. But yes, most of the other stuff is on our website. Stencils. Anyone else have any questions they want to either ask or type out in the chat? I know there's a lot of stuff. I didn't even cover probably everything we could have covered. But the beginning of the year, I want us to just kind of start off right and know like sort of what the bigger goals are. And that's just to make some money so we can do some good things for the school. So whatever that might be, working with the school to figure those things out, but we'll always be transparent and let everyone know what we're working on. Also, a lot of the things that we do will have to come for a vote. Like if we're going to do something big, we'll need to vote about it. And so anyone that comes to these meetings, anything like that, absolutely has a say in how we're using the money and those kinds of things. So that's why you come to the meetings. That's why we are involved. And this is all about, helping our teachers, helping our students, and just kind of creating a community. So if there's no other questions, then I will move to adjourn the meeting. Just need someone to second that if.
I'll
I
second.
second.
Okay. So we are done at 7:49 p.m. Thanks, everyone. And again, if you have any questions, Cornerstone Academy, PTO@gmail.com. Drop me a line and I will do my best to answer your questions. If I don't know the answer, I'll try to get you in touch with who can. So, all right. Well, have a good night, everyone.